Hello, and welcome to the Kyle's Corner podcast. This is your host, Kyle, of course, and finally we made it to Season 2. Crack open a cold one and enjoy the episode. A little preface before we actually start Season 2. It'll actually be quite different from Season 1. Swearing is not allowed, but it'll still be bleeped for YouTube, because we won't get demonetized. But our Spotify will have every episode uncensored, so check that out in the links, or maybe in the thing above me. The quality will also be a lot better, and I'll have a lot more guests, not quests, with even more topics. My first guest for Season 2 is my boy, Jordan Wheeler! He is my first guest for Season 2.
Thank you so much for having me on, Kyle.
I know, this is like Ellen. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Let's not go there.
So, Jordan, how has your quarantine been doing so far? What have you been doing, Jordan? The audience really wants to know.
So, yeah, you guys don't know me, but you want to really know what's going on with my life. I'm flattered. You know?
We all want to know.
Yes, my name is... Actually, no, it's Jordan Wheeler. We're going to go Jordan Wheeler.
We're going to go Jordan Wheeler.
But, there's been a lot that's happened, of course. That's the obvious for everybody, you know.
Well, at least in the United States. I would say around the world, It's looking pretty nice for everyone else right now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess here. No doubt about it.
Here.
Big shit, though, man. It's, for me, I've gotten involved a little bit. I've tried to educate myself,
On what?
So, like for me, I've just been trying to stay informed on just the global matter, the global climate of what's going on.
Like climate change? The global climate change?
Well, not climate change, but I've been trying to keep up with the Black Lives Matter movement. I've been trying to keep up with just the overall pandemic, show that we have of a two-party system here in the U.S. I know that's kind of a strong take, but I don't know. For me personally, I feel like it's been best for me to try and stay informed on that, but also not sit 24/7 in front of the TV. And
Jordan, that's the part of summer. That's what we all remember from summer. Is sitting in front of TV and doing nothing.
The dog days,
the dog days doing nothing for 5 hours.
What's his name? Dire Wimpy Kid.
Greg.
Greg, yeah, of course. Like Greg Heffley, the dog days. No, I feel like it's good to stay informed, but if you're watching CNN or for all you viewers, if you're watching Fox or whatever your media outlet is, if you're spending like 24/7 just sitting and watching one source, watching crises that are going on around the world, and you're constantly fixated on the problems, I feel like it doesn't do you any good. It can almost paralyze you,
That's why you watch Comedy Central and other stuff. You don't listen to the news.
I watch plenty of Comedy Central. I mean, that's off. Those are my escapes, man. Like
escapes from reality.
Comedy and humor is how I roll.
The terrible reality of the world.
Yes.
You watch Cartoon Network and Comedy Central.
I watch some Cartoon Network and
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim mostly. I know not everybody likes Family Guy and American Dad, but I do watch a lot of Family Guy and American Dad just because the satire is great in that, If you can understand the fact that they're making fun of the people that have those kind of opinions, then it makes sense. But if you're like, is that how Seth MacFarlane actually feels about people? It's like, then you kind of got it wrong,
Oh,
sure, I do think he has some bold, hot takes, but I think he's in reality he's making fun of the individuals that are just so far gone.
Jordan, I can't say I enjoy Family Guy anymore.
You don't personally?
It's a little repetitive with the jokes and the humor.
It is.
As well as a little, lowbrow, shall we say?
It is lowbrow. I mean, like, it gets to a point where you're watching this and you're like, is this actually impacting my perceptions on the world and how I think about people? And if it does, then you probably already had those biases already in your life, or those kind of perceptions about people, and now you're just they're being confirmed by, you're like, oh, Family Guy's, they're really speaking some truth right now. It's like, nah,
Family Guy sucks.
Well, that's your stance.
That's my opinion. And this is Kyle's Corner, so it's the only opinion.
It's the only opinion that matters.
So Jordan, what else have you been doing?
Okay, well,
besides watching TV?
Yeah, that's just a brief stint.
That's a brief one-day stint.
Man, I've been playing a lot of basketball. I've golfed a couple times, but even though I'm terrible, so it kind of discourages me from playing. I've been with family a lot since I'm back here in my hometown, right in the same hometown as Kyle's Corner.
Wow.
But the prestigious Kyle. No, but I've been I've spent a lot of time with family, trying to take things day by day, getting ready for my last semester of school at Hamlin and
enjoying the life of a college student.
A little bit, yeah.
Forever changed by Corona.
Enjoying, trying to figure out what it's gonna look like. I mean, I only have 2 classes this semester, so I'm not sure. Like,
what a lucky one! What a lucky one he is. Everyone.
How many classes do you have?
5.
5? How many credits are they each?
5 classes, 3 credits each. How am I gonna manage this, people? How? How am I gonna manage?
You got this, man. Like,
I also have to make these wonderful podcasts every week, Jordan.
I know.
Oh my god,
the viewers are hungry.
My 30 viewers are hungry for this content right now.
I
can't make it at this rate.
Well, I think you'll be able to manage. Because this is right in your wheelhouse. You're doing video and film production anyway, so.
Oh my god.
It's like this you could incorporate this with your schoolwork. Maybe.
You can make a podcast.
You could have your teacher watch your podcast for 30 minutes.
Hey professor, would you like to watch my podcast I made with Jordan over the summer? It's pretty lit, not gonna lie.
And I'm not sure your viewers are gonna want to watch something that's like it's like a very specific topic for like a history course, something like for 30 minutes I'm going to explain the smallest or like this event in hyper detail, and your viewers are like, I don't know, But no, I've been playing basketball. I've been watching a couple of new shows. I'm behind on anime. I just started my first anime.
Jordan's not a true weeaboo.
I'm not.
He's not a true weeb. He doesn't understand the life, the style.
I told someone recently that I was like, yeah, I watched Avatar because I watched it as a kid. I watched Avatar as a kid,
Jordan, that's American animation.
I know.
It's heresy, Jordan.
People,
heresy.
I kind of got flamed for that because I was like, I kind of had a feeling that wasn't the real deal, But
I mean, it's pretty good still, but it's not Eastern animation.
It's not. It's great, but like as soon as I made the switch to Naruto, I was like, okay, there's way more like internal, dialogue, like the you can really get into the mindset of the characters. There's like tons of character development. The fights are strung out over like 4 or 5 episodes.
Jordan hasn't watched any real good animes. He's only watching Naruto, and that's it.
Anyone who has any solid, anime recommendations for me,
put it in the comments, and Jordan will watch them all.
You heard the man.
Guaranteed.
You heard the man, Kyle.
Guaranteed. What else is Jordan gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I need some recommendations. I know I could go online, but if we got any anime fans that are directly within the following base here, it's like, why not hear it from the loyal fans?
The loyal fans. Jordan needs the fans' opinions. That means you guys.
Of course.
I'm not gonna give him opinions.
No, but
it'd be too many.
Kyle's got some good takes though. So I'll ask you. I'm sure you've probably talked about this over. I don't know. It's probably weird me being an interviewer, but
oh my gosh,
for the man Kyle himself,
the seats have changed.
But we're still in the same seat.
The turntables have changed.
The turntables, like Michael Scott said.
Turntables have turned.
Like I said, you probably discussed this over the last few podcasts, but what you been up to,
Oh, Jordan, with the struggle I have, I go to work 35 hours a week, almost every week. Yeah, and then I come home, I work on videos and other projects.
That's a real working man right there.
Freelancing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been making any videos for Sody Boys, which I've been kind of slacking on.
Sody Boys? Mm-hmm. No, it's not, shouldn't be too hard on yourself if you feel like you've been slacking. I mean...
Slacking. The fans want it, Jordan. They want the content, the hotness.
This is what we're doing right now.
The loveliness.
The spiciness. Yes, of course. The spiciness. I gotta ask you, what is that drink right there?
It's can't reach the bottle.
That's more than just apple beer though, isn't it?
No, it's just apple beer.
I got confused. So this, if only you guys could see this, but Kyle's got this mug.
It's one of those old mugs that you put in the freezer that's filled with gel and it freezes the beer around it.
Like I actually thought that this would look peering into the actual mug, but there's like a layer of
like gel or ice.
Yeah, so it gives the appearance that this is like a slushy just full of ice, which there is ice inside, but yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
So the beer I'm drinking, Jordan, is San Miguel flavored beer, and it's apple flavor. It's only 3%, so it's not killing me slowly. But it tastes pretty good.
It's intoxicating.
That's also something I've been doing over the summer.
Yeah.
Is tasting new beers. And there's this app called Untapped where you rate beers.
Oh, really?
And your friends can comment on it or toast it. So I've been trying to expand my horizons, shall I say.
I'll have to... Is that just on the App Store?
Yeah, it's on the App Store.
I'll have to check that out. Honestly, I've never even heard of that.
You just look at beers around you. You can see local places that sell the beers you're looking for.
But no, that reminds me, man. Untapped, that app. There's actually there's a similar app that was also floating around, or not floating around. It doesn't float. It's just there, you know.
Existing,
pre-existing.
In the void of life.
In the void of the internet and technology. But no, it's called, I don't know the exact name, but it was a state fair food truck finder. Did you hear about that too? Have you been to any of those food trucks around the area?
I got the tickets, Jordan, for the food festival, food parade.
Did it sell in like 2 hours?
Yeah, I got them.
No
I was
way.
waiting.
Dude, I'm jealous. I totally was, I didn't even know that when they were going on sale, but was it pretty much 2 hours or whatever it was, and then there's
oh my god, their sites crashed instantly. The first, it was like 10 a.m. and...
I want to know about how you prepared for that, yeah.
The sites crashed instantly. Jordan, I had it on my phone and on this Mac laptop, so I pulled up the things. It was some freetix.com for tickets. You went in the tickets.
Sketchy looking URL or something.
You tried to pick like the time and the date. And as soon as you picked it, the site would crash. I only quickly pressed to refresh the page. It'd refresh and I'd get the thing, but then I'd press on the next one and then it would crash again. And I kept doing that over and over. But the hardest part was the buying part.
That's crazy.
Because it kept crashing constantly and I kept refreshing like 20 times in a row.
And meanwhile, while you're refreshing, there's other people that are successfully getting their tickets because they don't have that same issue.
Jordan, it took 2 hours to get the tickets. To get one ticket.
Oh my gosh. Are you so what does that mean? Like, doesn't the ticket cover a whole car?
Yeah, 5 people.
Nice. Do you have any idea on who you're going to be going with? Probably some fam, maybe friends.
Just myself.
Maybe Jordan Wheeler.
Oh, sorry, Jordan. Looks like the car is really full on that day.
Oh no, man! But wasn't the ticket? What was it like?
It's like $23 or something.
Oh, that's overall not. So like you don't.
That's less than the state fair.
No, for admission.
Per person. Per person's like $12.
Oh yeah. Never mind. If you just have some people to chip in that come with you, of course that's cheap. But like, so you don't have to pay for parking because you're in the state fair with your car.
You still have to pay for food though.
Do you know how it works? Like,
it's drive-through McDonald's, you know.
Yeah.
I think they just have the stands in a row, and you just go like. Fear.
But they're probably they're gonna have to like orchestrate this giant like maze of road signs and like and areas that are dividers and everything, you know, because like you're gonna have to snake around the line. Like there's gonna be like hundreds of cars, you know.
I mean, they want the money though, Jordan. They want the people.
Of course. I mean, I personally love the state fair, but I don't know if I would go that far as to wait in my car, especially if it's like a hot day and like. You know, what if you didn't have AC working in your car? You know, and you're
dead. That's what you are.
You're still in your car, and like you're moving like couple car lengths per every few minutes. But then again, it's a state fair. Their service is great. You know, like they're gonna be rushing, like blowing through cars.
Great. It's really great at the state fair.
What do you think about it?
I don't know. I'm just gonna get the food. Get out.
Get the food. Do you have any idea on? Do you have any go-tos, or do you know what you're?
No, there's only 20 things. There's not that much. Probably everything.
That's true. Only 20 spots. But have they released the list of trucks or stands?
I haven't looked at those.
Kyle, man.
I haven't looked at it.
That's okay. I can't blame you. I mean, I can't knock you for that. I don't even have a ticket, so.
It's true, Jordan. You're slacking man. More than me. I don't know what to say.
You're in, man.
I'm in the crowd. They crowd. So, Jordan, what I've also been doing this summer, I've already showed you my sickest little miniature. I mean, it's not little. It's pretty big for miniature size.
What is that? Probably like 5 inches or so?
Probably like a foot.
No.
Yeah, how do you think?
That can't be a foot.
5. How much is it?
Just times this by 6, and then that's me for height. No.
Times it by 6.
Or 6.5.
Okay, it's like 4 inches.
4 inches, 4 or 5 inches.
So if none of you know, I'll probably have a podcast about this later, but Warhammer 40,000 is a miniature tabletop game where you build the miniatures, you buy them first, build them, you prime them with plastic primer, and then you paint them yourselves. And then you have to buy the books, and you have to play the game. But I don't know, I just, something to do.
Yeah, of course.
I enjoy it. I've been cranking out painting since I've been quarantined a little bit, you know.
Did you paint previously that much, or did this kind of get you more into fine detail painting? I was not.
I really just went through them pretty quick.
Oh no, I got worried there for a second. For all of you that can't see that, the miniature just dropped for a second. We gasped. We had to wait and see.
No.
Sigh of relief though. It's okay.
I just run really quick and was like, I just want this one so I can play with it. Because in the game, the company that makes it said if you don't paint them, you don't get as, like, you aren't able to play in actual tournaments and stuff.
Really?
So it's a way to get people to buy their paints and stuff.
I suppose, yeah. It's kind of like when iPhone, they removed the audio jack from their phones.
Yeah, so you have to buy a new jack for everything.
Of course. No, that's frustrating. The what is it called? The adapter, pretty much. That adapter.
I don't say no.
I'm not a tech geek, guys. I'm sorry. No, but it's... when you first mentioned Warhammer, I thought
I was like this loser nerd.
No, because I'm a gamer myself, you know. But
this is like tabletop gaming.
Yeah, I tabletop gaming I'm more unfamiliar with, but I swear that there's a Warhammer. There's a digital game. There's a game on Xbox called Warhammer. Isn't there?
There's like tons of games, Warhammer games.
Yeah, so I like when
there's
you mentioned
Vermintide.
that first. Vermintide, yeah, I've played that before.
Dawn of War.
Vermintide's fun. It's really
But that one's Age of Sigmar. Vermintide's Age of Sigmar, which is like fantasy era. This is sci-fi.
You're more of a sci-fi guy. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't like fantasy.
Fantasy's fun.
Losers. Fantasy sucks, bro.
You're gonna get some people heated, man.
For nerds, dude, please.
I apologize on Kyle's behalf for anyone out there.
No, don't apologize. Jordan, fantasy sucks, bro.
No, I like realistic type games too. Like, I'm a big RPG guy. Like, I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead 2 over this quarantine.
I would say this is too realistic, Jordan.
No, not this. This isn't.
A giant elf walker thing.
I wish you guys could see what this looks like. It looks like the from Alien versus Predator. It looks like an alien head, kind of.
Don't worry, I'll put a picture in there so people know.
Yeah, you'll have to. But yeah, no, I was surprised when you mentioned that you said that it was a tabletop game. So I was like, oh, now it makes more sense that you actually go there. Because when you were like, I drive out to visit them and play, I was like, can't you just invite them on a party? But now, okay, and that makes sense.
You have to actually go there to play it. And the table is 6 feet by 4 feet.
Oh my gosh!
And you have to make terrain. You have to make like buildings and stuff. And you have a mat that you play on.
You make terrain and everything, so it's buildable. It's like 3D, a 3D tabletop game.
Yeah, you can stack. If you want to stack buildings, you can.
Dude, that's sweet. It's like Fortnite. No, I'm just
It's like Fortnite.
Oh god, cringe. No, I can't say cringe. Followers.
Jordan plays Fortnite a lot,
yeah,
so it's kind of cringe himself.
I still play, yeah. Listen to me, a 22-year-old over here grinding Fortnite,
You know, just a little sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people say Fortnite's dead. You know, which it
definitely is.
It is like you'll jump into a game and you'll run into some bots and you're like, okay, it's satisfying to get that kill, but at the same time, there's no challenge. So
it's true, Jordan. No challenge to that.
It is nice too. I mean, I think that it offers some sort of entry for people that have never played the game before. But who's gonna start playing Fortnite right now?
No, it's not popular anymore.
Exactly. It's like there's far more games that are trending right now.
Like Modern Warfare,
Warzone. There's also this game called Hyperscape. It's a BR game. I couldn't tell you too much about it, but it's kind of like, there's more increased mobility in that game. It's definitely kind of sci-fi, pretty sweet.
Better than Fortnite, no building?
I couldn't tell you if it's better because I haven't played it myself.
That's what I hate, Jordan. I hate about Fortnite. It's the building aspect. It's just like killing people.
It is
shooting people. That's the best part.
If you combine those two together and you actually get good at it, but like I saw something recently on Twitter. So we're getting a little Twitter beef, guys. But no, for all of you guys out there that know about Ninja and
oh no, dude.
And how he can and his strong takes on things. There was have you ever heard of Fall Guys?
Fall Guys?
Yeah, it's a game that just came out. It's kind of like a party mode game. Correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's watching this, but if you're aware of Fall Guys, of course, but it's a party style game, and there's different game modes. And I don't know if it's that you win each individual game and it's its own contest, or if all of them are put together and the scores are compiled and then you have a placement at the end of it. But it's like a kid's game, but it's also very competitive.
It's called Fallout Boys.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
But it's pretty popular.
Rip Ninja, dude. He's got that Ligma.
Ligma ball.
He's got Ligma, dude.
No, he's got...
So sad. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, it looks like some weird...
It is kind of strange.
I don't know what it looks like, some weird animation style.
Yeah, it doesn't... That doesn't tell you how really what the game's about, but the thing is, it's crazy, like, streamers can be paid, by a game, of course, and this is obviously common knowledge by people, but a game blows up, like this whole notion of streaming becoming more and more popular. Twitch and Mixer, as not anymore, but
Rip Mixer.
But rest in peace. But all these platforms that all of a sudden just blew up, and then streamers have now more than ever have such a strong influence to be able to just promote a game and have it rise out of nowhere.
It's easy to be a streamer. All you do is record yourself, and you just have to be good at a video game. There's that's the only talent you need. You don't need to be funny.
Oh.
You really don't need to have any good commentary skills or anything. You should be like, oh, I got the dub, 12 kills,
I feel
dub, easy.
What about all the clickbait though? What about the clickbait captions and everything? And
Well, I think that's only for the truly good streamers. The ones that actually people know about are the ones that with good commentary skills and good personalities. There's a lot of streamers that are just like, hey guys, it is I, Xenolord 27. I am playing, Fortnite. I've gotten 3 dubs. I'm ready. Let's go. And he just sits there for 2 hours and plays the game. And that's it.
I mean, props to him for giving it a shot. But you're right.
People are like, oh my god, it's so good, so good.
Could you imagine someone who has a clickbait title but isn't able to back it up in their video?
Or they can't talk.
They're not going to get much returns or many returning viewers unless people have intentional accounts that will say I'm all those people that bots on comment sections.
Exactly, unless they're bots.
Am I the greatest controller player ever? and then you'll check out, and they're intentionally bad. That's the thing. People take enjoyment from the fact that they're so shitty, but yet they come off as this expert player.
Well, I mean, that's part of their commentary style, though. Yeah, that's their personality.
It's their niche. It's their personality. If you have one that people enjoy, first you got to have an audience that likes to watch gaming in general,
and then you get someone that likes.
And then they have to like your personality.
Personality, which is the hardest part.
Yeah, and so man, the thing with Ninja. Sorry to go. I'll come back to if you want me to.
Come back to
the thing that Ninja said, man.
Oh.
So he was. It's kind of not as relevant now, but basically it was funny because this guy. And I agree with this. This is the problem, is with a game like Fortnite or just streamers taking over games.
Fortnite.
And this isn't my stance. I think that I think there's competitive and there's non-competitive, and there's people that just love games and they play them a lot because that's what they do. But also, I do agree partially with this guy who made this TikTok. And there was this guy in Fall Guys that there's this mode where it's called hexagon drop.
Oh my god, I saw that on Twitter.
Did you?
The guy's like, oh my god, these guys that try so hard to play games.
Yeah, he was salty. He was like, man, people like this who can just play for 10 hours a day, and then someone casual like me who just wants to come on and have fun.
And everyone's on Twitter, they're like, dude, it's really just jumping really slowly. It's so easy to do. Why are you complaining? It takes no effort at all or skill.
In my opinion, from just watching on first glance, I mean, I might be proven wrong, but it looks you just jump.
The dude is just he's just sitting there, he wasn't even talking, he's just hey, jump. Oh, jump, made it.
Double jump.
And this guy's like, oh my god, this guy, dude, he spends his whole day playing this game. And I come on here casually, and this dude always beats me. I'm so sick of playing games like this. It makes me sick.
He was... I mean, I feel that pain, man, but at the same time,
stop with the salt.
Stop with the salt, and someone who's good is just gonna say, good, kid.
good. I should be shut up, you're so annoying.
Exactly.
GG.
GG's only, man. No, but
GG's only.
Ninja was obviously salty because he's oh, that's such a weak mentality, it's such a weak mindset to just hate on someone because they play a lot, and the word try hard is just you could tell he was upset because obviously he takes it personally,
because he's a millionaire from it. That's why.
Yeah, and he's probably oh,
he's this is my lifestyle. Why? How is everyone offending me?
Mm-hmm.
Disgust me.
Yeah, he's either you like him or you don't like him that much. He is a meme. He's one of those guys where it's just he's so big that he's gonna have his haters and he's gonna have people that love him, and then
I prefer
no in between. Huh?
Old Ninja when he used to swear and stuff.
Oh god. What'd you say to me, you little snow? Oh yeah, he's. What was that game? That was H1Z1, right?
H1Z1. He used to play Halo a lot too.
He was one of the Halo.
Off topic.
One of the best Halo
players.
Off
topic though.
Little off topic, but that's a subject I know Kyle could get into, but I myself don't know a lot about Halo.
Yeah, Jordan doesn't play Halo. Lame.
Jordan. I just never did. Well, what's up, Kyle?
Our second topic.
What's going on?
was Netflix shows for quarantine season.
Okay.
Or any shows, binge-worthy shows in general for quarantine season. We'll just go back and forth.
Sure.
And say our favorites and why we like them so much.
All right. Well, there's one that I like that's called How to Sell Drugs Online Fast.
In German, yeah.
In German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sells you drugs?
They sell the drugs. It's actually based on a true story, too.
Is it a documentary? Or...
not a documentary. It's just like, these people that, it's a dramatization, but they, the actors are, it's
Is there anyone notable in it?
No, maybe in Germany they're notable. But,
so they're actually German actors? They're not English actors?
Yeah, it's actually best to watch it where you just have English subtitles and then you just hear the German, because then the mouth is not off sync and everything.
Yeah.
Because then it just looks weird, and it's you don't get to see the genuine acting of the German actors. I
also think there's like a kind of a, the way German people say it sounds a lot more intense than American would say it. Yeah. So I think there's always like, even in anime and regular film, there's always like a very big difference between when you hear the English person speaking, because they're not putting as much intensity as they should be, or they don't really understand what the other person is saying in their language.
Exactly.
And they're trying to like make up for it, and it just doesn't sound as good or make as much sense.
Yeah, like the English translation, it just like some of the jokes that are mixed in there, you're like, that was bland,
or they didn't like
a drier delivery.
I think mostly they don't like actually translate it how it should be. Like, I think they just like got off like Google, and it's like Google's like, they're like the shitty translations, or
like Spanish to English,
to English, and they just put it in there, and they're like, oh, that makes kind of sense. It's funny. We'll put it in.
Or like you could be fact checking Google Translate yourself because you know how it's supposed to sound, and then you're like, why'd you take those shortcuts, Google? Like,
but I think for those shows, it's important to have someone that actually speaks the language and understands the slang, so you can actually like translate it appropriately.
Yeah, I feel like that's only fair. I mean, if the show has a good enough budget and they...
Sure, but what's the show about? You never told us what the show's about. You said to sell drugs online.
So, I won't be too detailed because I don't want to give anything away.
Just give us the brief overview.
So, it's these high schoolers, and it's these two best friends, and they've always wanted to try to start a company. They're these two very smart guys. One of them is more technologically advanced.
Is it set recently, or like 90s or 80s?
More recently, I think. Yeah, in the 2000s. I don't remember the exact timeline, but yeah. So based on a true story, these two guys always wanted to come up with a business idea since they were younger, and none of them had really come through. They were not the best ideas, And then one of the guy's girlfriend moves to takes a study abroad trip to the U.S. and he's a protective dude, so he checks up on her on her social media with her password.
She's cheating on me, that girl.
He had suspicions, but what happened was he sees some. This is all in the first episode, so I hope I'm not giving anything too much away. But he checks her private account and private folder on Facebook and sees some photos of her using drugs, and so he's surprised because this is completely new news. He's like, well, I don't know her anymore, and so she comes back. And he also sees that she said she wants to go on a break.
Jordan, what do you think would be worse? Your girlfriend cheating on you and you finding out? Or your girlfriend doing like hard drugs, like heroin and stuff? Or is she just like smoking weed?
Man, doing hard drugs would be worse for me because I can deal with the heartbreak. But if you care about them so much and you know that they're like getting like down a spiral into drugs, I mean, that's just...
sadness.
That's sad, yeah. You don't want to see anybody like that, So I think... So yeah, sorry guys, I'm taking a while. But, so what happens is, she's coming back. She says to him she wants a break. He's confused. He's like, I don't know her anymore. And then somehow, I think he has access to her messages. So he sees that she's messaging a new guy. And it happens to be the local drug dealer at their German high school. And so what his plan is, there's this big party that's going to happen. And she is going there. And entry, pretty much like one of the ways to come in and to gain entry is to bring drugs. And so he's like, there's no way that I'm gonna let this guy go to this party and flirt with my girl and everything, even though they're on a break at the time. He's like, so I'm gonna find his dealer and buy out the drugs so that he can't get entryway. And things go south, and he has all these drugs, and he has to figure out a way to sell them. And his buddy is That's all I'll tell you guys.
Okay.
I don't want. Then you'll.
Please, Jordan, don't ruin for the show.
I won't ruin the show
for the audience. The audience really wants to watch this German drugs series.
It's fantastic. It's a like pretty accurate depiction of high schoolers, like people at that age, like the struggles they go through, experimenting with drugs. You know, it's also very informative about the darknet, about the internet. Oh my God. You know, so it's a I highly recommend it. It's only 2 seasons.
As Jordan remembers from high school, he remembers how it felt.
Oh,
the pain, the struggle.
The pain.
The non-curly hair, the shave.
Oh, man. The voice cracks, everything.
The voice cracks, the sad.
What about you, Kyle? I mean,
Jordan,
what you been binging?
You know what I've been watching? Season 7 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars on Disney Plus.
Oh, that's relatively new, right?
God. It just came out a couple months, 4 months ago, maybe? Oh my gosh, Jordan.
Fantastic.
What a fantastic series. So I won't ruin it too much, but I'll say this.
Go ahead.
There's definitely a rise of Darth Maul again.
Oh boy.
There's leading up to episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say there's a surprise ending, especially if you haven't seen Rebels or or heard about news for The Mandalorian. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't know if you haven't watched those series. But if you watch the Clone Wars up to then, you'd be like, wow, this is really good. And it has one of the best, honestly, the best lightsaber fights in probably all of current Star Wars.
Really?
It was Darth Maul versus Ahsoka. I won't tell you what happened. I'll just say this. It was mocapped by Ray Park. R.I.P. Ray Park for, posting that stuff on his Instagram. But
R.I.P.
R.I.P. in chat. And it's like one of the only fights in the series that actually has like real weight to it. Like actual like physical gravity and physical motions that is lacking from season 1 to 6. Which you can see and you feel it's not real. But as you see season 7 and its fights, you get this more sense that it's more fluid, more real, more like actually it could happen. Yeah,
like okay, so they must have really upped their technology, or like just.
I mean, people have been wanting season 7 of Clone Wars for how many years? 4 or 5 years since it ended.
You tell me. It's been a while. I believe.
It's been a while.
It's like so you felt like this fight, like the magnitude of it, just felt like
it was the weight of the motion. But also the weight of the fight itself.
And what it meant the sound of the show is fantastic too.
Of course, the sound of the show is always fantastic.
Always.
I think always Star Wars like soundscapes and Star Wars sound effects are probably the best in all of Hollywood.
There you have it right there.
They're Lucas.
From Kyle.
What's it called? I forgot their Foley artists. Lucas Foley artists. Okay. Are probably like leading in the industry, I would say. I
don't doubt that, man. I'm a huge Star Wars fan too. Kyle's just persuaded me now. I've watched a few episodes of Clone Wars with him over the past. It was a while ago when we were in high school, but
Jordan hasn't watched any of it.
I know.
So lame.
Shaking my head, man. It's a show that I genuinely want to get into because I am a big Star Wars fan.
Jordan's just so busy, quote unquote. You see those quotes? You can see them, guys, but I quoted
quote unquote. No, I've just been. I've been stuck on the same things, or I'm in this routine of watching this thing or playing that and not being flexible enough to just like bounce over or one episode of this and then one episode of that. Like
Jordan's got to open his horizons.
I know.
He's got to get the binge out.
It's just hard to like jump off of one show. Like right now, I feel like I'm trapped in Naruto. Just because there's so many episodes and I don't want to give up on it because then I'll lose steam.
Well, Jordan, that's your next series you can talk about. It's your next binge-worthy thing you've been binging.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already watched Naruto, but
I hope, guys. I hope you do.
I know that's some people will shame me and be like, you're just a mainstream anime watcher, but I figured I'd start with one of the more well-known series anyway.
Maybe not one of the best, but
maybe not one of the best. And of course, I'm not gonna say it's the best because I've only really seen that, So, but I've really enjoyed it. I love. Just love the ninja world of Naruto.
Are you watching it in English or Japanese, Jordan?
I'm watching it in English, but the thing is that I actually watched like the first season and a half in Japanese.
Why?
I didn't know that there was a dubbed version. I didn't know there was a dubbed version at all until my buddy actually mentioned that you can watch it dubbed in English on Hulu, and so I checked it out.
It's on Netflix too, isn't it? In English? Let me check right now.
Maybe I'm not sure though.
Oh, it's right here. I got right here.
I swear it was only in Japanese. Maybe I just didn't look.
Ooh, Jordan, you got a lot of seasons though. You're only on season 7 right now.
Yeah.
Of the original Naruto, not the
it's
not Shippuden and Boruto.
Oh yeah, there is that too, man. It's
Boruto sucks. So don't watch that.
I've heard from people that they're not a big fan. No, also, guys, there's another game out there that I've been playing.
Jordan, we're Netflix. We're not games now.
I know, I'm scatterbrained, guys. All right, Netflix. Also,
or binge-worthy shows.
Just binge-worthy shows. There's, I don't know if any of you guys like. For some people, it's a little bit too gory, too realistic. I mean, because it's real people. But have you ever heard of, like, the ID channel, Investigation Discovery?
Yeah.
There's like
do you watch murder mysteries? Jordan?
Murder mysteries, yeah, those are always good for binging. Like, I Almost Got Away with It, or
I think Jordan's playing something, guys. You want to watch out for him in the streets.
Yeah, I'm always on the run with my orange jumpsuit. No, it's that's a great show. I mean, just seeing the type of that these people get themselves into, and a lot of times it's just unfortunate because they might have so little time left, but they have to get out, and so they can't wait any longer, and they plan some sort of escape, and oftentimes it ends up doubling their sentence, or there's even people on there that maybe had a minor crime for maybe, and I know a couple years is a lot of time, but in the grand scheme of our prison system, people get sentenced for longer for much
dumb stuff.
For dumb stuff, yeah. So but people can't wait, and then they might end up finding themselves, in this constant cycle where they just can't escape, but they've done it multiple times, and so that's another good show. I'm kind of.
I'll take it from
you.
Jordan.
I'm trying to think of another one.
So I got an anime for Jordan. Maybe Jordan will watch this.
Oh, what is it called?
It's called 7 Deadly Sins.
I've heard of it.
Of course, if you guys are all anime fans, you know what Seven Deadly Sins is.
Mm-hmm.
Season 4 just came out on Netflix in English. I am a dub person mostly because I don't want to read English subtitles.
I feel you.
I think I've only watched a couple in Japanese, and I think that was like all of Attack on Titan stuff.
I've watched some Attack on Titan,
but
I guess I have watched a little bit of that too. So
I finished season 4 in 3 days.
Of 7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But I'd say first season and second season are way better, and the movie is also pretty good too.
Okay.
I won't ruin it though, but it's about 7 mystical, magical warriors. I guess it is fantasy, so I kind of like. But in medieval Europe. Around Camelot era Europe, which doesn't exist, but it does in that. There's 5 races. There's goddess, fairy, giant, demon, and human.
Some pretty diverse cast.
Pretty diverse. So mostly only humans are alive. Some fairies, and like a couple giants. But the demon race has been pretty much eradicated.
In the movie?
Well, in the whole series.
In the whole series, yeah.
The goddess race has pretty much been eradicated too. Mm-hmm. There's like, I don't know, descendants, I suppose.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
And this just has me interested in...
It's just a bunch of knights who are outcasted for doing wrong to the kingdom. Leonis is what it's called. Mm-hmm. And they have to try to clear their name, but also defeat some enemies that are trying to stop them. Who I won't name. It might be, some other races, some other people.
I feel like I have an idea of what those enemies are. They probably represent each sin, right?
Yeah, they're... Well, I mean, no, each main character is a sin.
Oh, that's what they were outcast.
Because they all committed a crime or, like, a treason that gets their sin. Like, I think the one guy's name is Bon, and he's the sin of greed.
Mm-hmm. Or gluttony, too.
Gluttony, because he stole, like, eternal youth from the fairies.
Oh, my gosh.
But you have to see the reason why, and the reason why is pretty sad, but... As this goes on, they're trying to redeem themselves, but also trying to save the kingdom.
As is true.
It's pretty interesting.
One thing I love about anime, and I've only seen Naruto really so far, but is that you develop a sense of respect for pretty much every character in one way or another.
I mean, Jordan, you gotta watch like the evil animes, though. You have to watch like Death Note and stuff.
Oh gosh, no, there's tons of genres of out there too that I honestly like. Part of me wants to watch some cooking anime too. I like cooking shows already as is. Like I've watched Chopped. I like like Kitchen Nightmares, Master Chef, all that. And I feel like the intensity of a cooking genre, an anime cooking show would be just off the charts, man. It'd be insane.
I think Jordan wants to watch, Food Wars, but not for the cooking. You know what I'm saying, guys? If you watch it, he's not watching it for the cooking.
Well,
he's watching it for the flavor,
the
flavor.
I'm not in on this one, but I'll have to find out what Kyle's talking about.
The flavor on that bad boy. Jordan likes when they taste it. They go, oh!
Have you watched some cooking anime?
Yeah, I watched Food Wars.
Oh, no way. Okay.
That's probably the most well-known cooking animes.
Oh, I think I've seen brief clips of it, and that was kind of what got me intrigued. But also, I'm a big sports guy, too, so I feel like I'd watch some sports anime. I know there's a couple of good series out there that have to do with either soccer or basketball.
There's a volleyball one.
A volleyball one, too.
Hakai.
It's called Hakai?
Yeah.
Kyle knows his anime over here, man.
Bro, anime episode, guys? I mean, comment if you want or like or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me, people. Tell me you want anime. I'll find the most knowledgeable anime people I can. We'll have a discussion just for you guys.
Kyle, you're thinking about making your own anime episode?
No,
I completely had that.
Episode for Kyle's Korner.
Oh, I got you complete. I misunderstood that. I thought Kyle was about to make his own anime episode.
That's a lot of work. I do know animation majors and professionals, but
I just meant real live action anime where it's like,
oh my god, Jordan, those suck. Are you kidding me? All the live action animes suck.
There's just one dude on Instagram, I don't know his name, but he's a huge anime fan, and he has some funny takes on real life issues, or not issues, but things that are funny in our society that he exaggerates through anime style, but it's live action. Don't even get me started on live action if we're talking about Avatar. Sad news, guys. You probably know too about how the directors opted out of their joint efforts with Netflix to put forth another live action.
Jordan, I'll give you my take on that controversy.
Let's hear it.
So I'm feeling this. We've already watched all of Avatar animated. Why would we want the same thing, but in live action? You're just watching the same story. You know what's gonna happen.
It's true.
You need to give the the Netflix people liberties in their idea and vision. You can't just have the same series over again.
And
it's
their
not going to be
creative
different.
expression.
It's just going to be the same thing. Why would you want to watch the same thing over, except with real people?
That's a good point.
There's already that movie you can watch.
Man, I haven't even watched it. I just know from people that it's terrible. Was it an M. Night Shyamalan film?
Yeah. I have the book, Jordan. I watched it. I watched it in theaters. It's terrible. See, why would you want the same thing? I don't understand why people are complaining. If you want the same thing, just watch the animated series again.
True. I just think people are intrigued to know what it would look like if one that was actually well done and it was accurate to the show, and the characters and their depiction and the casting. People are interested to see how if a successful compression of all of those episodes could be put into a 2.5 hour movie. What parts they would leave out, what parts they would bring in. But there's always gonna be people that are like, you missed this element of it,
exactly.
Or this is the part that I really love, or Tales of Ba Sing Se weren't in there, or
Tales. Oh, Uncle Iroh was insane, bro. I missed that part.
You would need to include that in the movie. That tearjerker part, man. I've seen that on Insta a couple times recently.
Yeah, it's the saddest thing ever. Uncle Iroh, my boy.
Gets me, man.
Gets me, man, every time. But Jordan, I don't agree with people. I don't think I would actually want the same thing from the makers of the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. If I want to watch it again, I'd watch it again.
Just watch it again, or watch Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra sucks.
Legend of Korra. I haven't watched it yet. Haven't watched it, but I don't know. I feel like
I wouldn't say it's good.
I feel like I'll like it.
Okay, Jordan.
We'll see.
Just wait till you see it.
Yep.
Well, Jordan, I think this concludes our little quarantine discussion, or what we've been doing, what we've been watching.
Sure, yeah.
What's been happening?
What's been going on? And for all you out there,
it was a pleasure having you here, Jordan. So you can hear that, guys. I wanted to make it really loud.
Clap
for that.
But yeah,
and
thanks for having me on the podcast.
Of course, J-Dog, Jordan
so
Wheeler.
This is the man right here, Kyle. At Kyle's Corner.
Can't see me though, but have a good day. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, sub, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And have a good day.
Have a good one.